President Obama once said he wants everybody in America to go to college. What a snob.
As we all get ready to go back to school and send the kiddies off, remember that the Houston Independent School District has decided to get rid of 28 libraries in the schools in that district. 28 of those schools, no more libraries, but that's okay because they're being replaced by disciplinary centers.
Right now at 6, libraries are being cut from some HISD schools.
Librarians are concerned the move will cripple the learning curve for students. The district says the libraries will be converted to team centers for students with behavioral issues.
As of this week, librarian positions at 28 new education system schools are eliminated. Libraries in 57 NES schools will be assessed on a case-by-case basis. Superintendent Mike Miles says students are behind on reading levels, especially in 4th grade.
Students are behind on reading levels, especially in 4th grade.
In related news, 6 separate legislatures in 6 separate states in the middle of our country have decided to fight tooth and nail to loosen child labor laws.
So far this year, Iowa and Arkansas have passed laws to loosen child labor restrictions, and 4 other Midwestern states are advancing bills through their legislatures. Iowa's law is the most expansive. It would allow some minors to work in jobs that were previously prohibited to them, like those involving demolition and power-driven machines.
The Republican Party has been trying for years to dumb down their voters and render them completely and utterly incurious of themselves, of others, and curious of the world around them at all. Remember this?
President Obama once said he wants everybody in America to go to college. What a snob. We give money to colleges and universities who are undermining the very principles of our country every single day by indoctrinating kids in left-wing ideology. The indoctrination that occurs in American universities is one of the keys to the left holding and maintaining power in America.
So, it seems that it actually has worked in Texas. I mean, listen, the only reason for a library to exist is to offer a place where you have control over your own education. You can choose what you want to learn about, what you like to read. You can browse, you can discover, and maybe develop that lust for learning. Maybe develop a curious mind that wants to know things, learn things, see things, become something on their own. So you may be wondering, well, why would they be doing this? And the reason why can be summed up in a story by Frederick Douglass. Yes, in related news.
Now, said he, if you teach that N-word, speaking of myself, that being Douglas, how to read, there would be no keeping him. It would forever unfit him to be a slave. He would at once become unmanageable and of no value to his master. As to himself, it could do him no good, but a great deal of harm. It would make him discontented and unhappy. And then Douglas goes on to write, these words sank deep into my heart. I now understood what had been to me a most perplexing difficulty, to wit, the white man's power to enslave the black man. In other words, the true inspiration for him to read came by the understanding that it was the master preventing him from reading, which was keeping him mentally and physically enslaved.
So in case you're still wondering, how are those two things related? The loosening of the child labor laws and the rejection of education and self-learning. I have a riddle for you. What did the miner child mining in the mine say when he's asked, does he mind doing all of what's required of him on his application? Now, I don't know for sure what the answer is, but I know it's probably something like, well, I can't read what it say. Massa. All of this demonizing of leftist brainwashing, the woke mafia, and trying to get rid of history in schools might be for Christian nationalism purposes, sure. Race purposes, definitely. But all of it serves the same purpose. They need their constituents dumb as possible, because they want to elect empty vessels into positions of power. Vessels that will allow them to take control of every important aspect of their financial and social policy, but never ask any questions and are too stupid to notice that they are the puppets. And they're not even in control of their own decisions. There are people like Herschel Walker, MTG, Lauren Boebert, Matt Gaetz, Tommy Tuberville, and yes, the dumbest and the most ignorant of them all, Donald frickin' Trump. The only way you get these people into office is to make this your voting base.
4 years of dictator Trump or 4 years of democratically elected Joe Biden?
Dictator Trump.
There it is. Dictator Trump.
And that's a lie. You're a liar. It's the first day he said, I'll be a dictator for 1 day to put in the border and one other thing. You're a liar.
Drill, baby, drill.
You're part of the media, a baby media turkey.
I love the poorly educated. I'm going to tell you why I support President Trump. He is a problem solver. In fact, I'm amazed of his genius.
Okay, so what does it say there?
Trump, no more bull.
But what does it actually say there?
Well, you just have to use a blue Sharpie.
Okay, this says Trump 2020, make liberals cry again. But Trump's the one who's not in office, so the liberals were happy about the 2020 election. But if you had to say who's been crying about the 2020 election, who would it be?
You know, I love people. I love diversity. I do. I honestly, in my heart, I do. What I see on TV, what I read on the news is a lot of people getting bussed from Texas, Governor Abbott, saying we cannot sustain all these people coming in.
Do you think that's PR and propaganda, or do you think you take him at his word?
No, I absolutely believe it, because the reason I say I believe that is because Governor Abbott, he's sitting there saying he can't sustain this. So if Abbott, he's not even on the border where Texas is, right? And if Abbott can't sustain the influx of immigrants that are coming, then what do you think is happening in Texas, where they're right there on the border? I mean, that should speak volumes, right?
I never got the impression that Obama loved America. He was from this place and that place, and you know, do we really know where he was from?
Well, he was born in Hawaii, in the United States.
Right, he was born in Hawaii, but Trump, he was an open book. I know I sound stupid to the Democrats right now.
I love the poorly educated.
You support somebody if they called for the termination of the Constitution.
No.
Can I show you something? Because I'm shocked that so many people don't know about this. On True Social, this is from Trump's True Social, because of his belief that the election was stolen, he said a massive fraud of this type of magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles.
I don't believe it.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't believe that right there.
Even though he sent it out on True Social?
That's not true, though.
It's still up on his account?
No, that's not true. That somebody made a fake thing.
Okay.
Was not an insurrection.
What was it?
It was an overthrow of the government.
It wasn't an insurrection. It was an overthrow of the government.
I love the poorly educated.
You mentioned that Obama's racist because of what he's doing in power right now. What is he doing that's racist?
Contempt for America.
But what's the racist part of it?
Look what he's doing to the gay community. You don't think what he's doing is hurting them?
But homosexuality is not a race, right?
No. I'm jumping around. You gotta follow.
The racism in this country started with Obama.
I know that's true. And the war on
pigs in a blanket, fry them.
What are your thoughts about the arraignment?
Candace.
We believe it's a witch hunt, but we do believe that President Trump is actually protected under the continuity of government. I believe he's our authentic president and that we are watching a movie.
Oh, really? So he's the current president of the United States?
I believe that.
What is Biden doing then?
Well, Biden is, we're under continuity of government. It's a military action, showing the people in slow motion the corruption and all the different elements, all the different agencies and the dual system. So they're saying, okay, if you want to steal the election, which they did, this is what you're going to get.
So then how is Biden doing in his role? Is he the president right now?
No, Biden is an actor, but I think Biden has been gone a long time. That's how I feel.
Gone dead?
Gone dead.
He's gone dead.
The one walking around?
An actor.
Do we know who the actor is?
There's different ones that play him. Everybody has actors, but I know it sounds so far-fetched, but they say that they're going to reveal it soon.
And now they're hoping that the rest of us will send our kids to schools that will turn them into that, and not intelligent, discerning citizens. Citizens that vote for their own self-interest and not for the rich masters. If that happens, you won't need chains to make slavery great again. An uneducated population will do it to themselves with a smile.